Mm, you ever open a design tool just to tweak one icon and 40 minutes later you're still there? Yeah, same. Lately, I've been kind of obsessed with SF symbol 7, not because it's flashy. Honestly, it's the opposite. It's subtle, almost quiet, but once you notice what it can do, you start seeing every icon differently. It's like you realize your UI doesn't just show up, it can arrive with rhythm, with character. This new feature called Draw, it's tiny on the surface, but it changes how we think about interface motion, not in a loud, animated way, in a way that feels sketched, alive, almost handmade. So today, I want to show you what I've learned playing with it, how I'm thinking about draw effects, what layering actually means, and how to use this stuff to add life to your SwiftUI apps without adding complexity. And yeah, we'll use the actual SF symbols app on screen. I'll walk you through everything from importing to animating to using dot symbol effect, dot draw in Swift. Let's get into it. And yeah, today we're diving into something deceptively simple. But if you've ever built a SwiftUI app and obsessed over the details, this is for you. This is about SF Symbol 7, and in particular, this quietly powerful update called Draw. I'll show you what it is, how it works, and how to use it to make your app feel alive. Not with flashy animations, but with thoughtful motion, smooth transitions, and that kind of polish that makes your UI feel crafted. You'll see the SF Symbols app on screen while I go. So if you want to follow along, open yours up. The first time I saw Draw in the keynote, I literally paused the video. Like, wait, did they just sketch an SF symbol live on screen? It was such a subtle flex, but also kind of mind-blowing. Let's get into it. So before we start drawing anything, you need to understand how SF symbols are built. They're not just SVG icons. Each symbol is constructed with balance, precision, and layers, like real layers, not just for grouping, but to control stroke direction, weights, and animation. Let's zoom in on something like arrow right. If you're following along in the SF Symbols app, go ahead and search for arrow right in the top search bar. Click on it to select it. Now, look closely at the canvas on the right. You'll see it's made of two distinct components, the shaft and the arrowhead. Visually, you'll notice they're not part of one path. They're separated, and that's intentional. When you switch to the Draw tab and hit play, watch the sequence. The shaft draws first, then the arrowhead joins. That's not just aesthetic. Yeah, it's baked into the symbol's layer structure. Try pausing midway through the draw animation using the timeline slider. You'll see exactly how the motion is choreographed. This breakdown gives us a lot of expressive control. That single moment, the pause between the line and the point creates a sense of direction and momentum. It's a tiny detail, but it totally changes the feel of the animation, and that's why layers matter. What looks like a simple arrow is actually composed of two distinct paths, the shaft and the arrowhead. These aren't grouped arbitrarily. They're separate, so the draw engine can control their animation independently while still feeling cohesive. You'll notice when this animates with draw on, the line draws first, followed by the arrowhead attaching at just the right moment. That timing, that buildup, express, is part of what makes it feel intentional. Understanding how symbols are layered is key to customizing or annotating your own later. It tells you what kind of animation flow you'll get by default and what you might want to tweak for more emphasis or clarity. It's not a single stroke, it's two shapes, the shaft and the arrowhead. And those shapes are carefully aligned so that animation, like a draw effect, doesn't feel off. This layer structure is what makes the new features possible. Here's the big feature, Draw. It's a new animation system that lets your symbols animate along their own paths. Not a fade, not a scale, a literal draw, like it's being sketched live on screen. To try this, open the SF Symbols app. Make sure you're using version 7. On the left sidebar, click What's New, then choose Draw. Pick a symbol from the grid. You say person.wave.to. Now look to the right-hand side. In the inspector panel, you'll see a tab with a pencil icon. That's the draw settings. Click the pencil icon tab. You'll see the draw on and draw off animation options here. Click draw on and hit play, the play button, to watch the symbol animate onto the screen. Try switching the animate style below to whole symbol by layer or individually. You'll find this right below the animation dropdown in the draw tab. When you choose whole symbol, every part of the icon animates at the same time. It's fast, unified, great for bold, snappy moments. By layer animates each component of the symbol with a slight offset so they don't all start at once. Perfect for something like circle.grid 2x2, where each box can appear in sequence. Individually takes it even further, one path at a time, from start to finish, before moving to the next. This one feels like someone sketching, slow, precise, almost meditative. Use it for icons where you want the audience to notice each shape arriving. Try all three on the same symbol to get a feel for what works. Try setting it to whole symbol with person.wave.to. The whole icon just pops in all at once. Kind of bold, right? Feels super snappy, like it's saying, hey, I'm here. Perfect for something like a notification or a quick visual ping. It's fast, kind of bold. Good for notifications or quick reveals. Now switch to by layer, the head, body, and wave. Animate and offset. It's a little softer, more rhythmic. You get a sense of the character assembling. Finally, try individually. Each stroke draws in sequence, the outline of the head, then the arms, then the movement lines. It feels hand-drawn, deliberate, like someone is sketching it for you. This subtle shift changes the emotional tone of your UI. Whole symbol feels confident. By layer feels dynamic. Individually feels thoughtful. So depending on your app, a journal, a fitness tracker, a meditation tool, you can shape how your interface breathes. They each change the rhythm of your interface in small but powerful ways to see how each version behaves. Individually is my favorite. It feels more intentional, like you're sketching something with care. I actually used this style in a journaling app I was prototyping. Every time you tapped a new entry, the icon would draw in like a hand-sketched moment. It made things feel calmer, more personal. That little delay in each stroke gave the interface some breathing room, and users really noticed it. Now, one of the coolest details, draw respects direction. Symbols like wind animate left to right. Arabic characters animate right to left. Some symbols, like wave.3.up, draw from the center outward. This is all built into the symbol's metadata, but when you create your own, you can define this yourself. This is where draw becomes more than just a fancy entrance effect. Let's ground it in something real, like a Pomodoro timer. Imagine you're building a timer view in SwiftUI. You've got a circular progress indicator that fills as the session counts up. Now, instead of a generic ring or spinning arc, picture a flame symbol that gradually draws in as time progresses. It's subtle, but it gives feedback that feels alive. Here's a simple example of how you might set that up. As the user slides the timer or as the real-time session progresses, progress updates, and the flame symbol draws itself in proportionally. You can apply this same approach to a hydration tracker with a drop dot fill or a file uploader using arrow up dot circle. The power of variableDraw is that it turns any state change into visible progress. No extra libraries, just SF symbols and SwiftUI. It's elegant, it's native, and it's ridiculously easy to wire up. Go back to the right-hand panel in the SF Symbols app and click the Paintbrush icon tab, Rendering Settings. Now think about how you might use this in a real SwiftUI component. Say you've got a circular progress ring in a workout app. Instead of drawing a generic ring as the timer counts up, you could use a symbol like timer or flame, dot, circle, and animate it with variableDraw as the session progresses. At 0%, it's just a hint. At 50%, halfway drawn. At 100%, it locks in, fully alive. That draw motion becomes the feedback. It's not just numbers ticking up, it's motion tied to meaning. You could even color code the variableDraw to reflect streak status or intensity. Same thing in a file upload UI. Instead of a generic bar, use a symbol that builds itself with progress. Feels cleaner, more intentional. Look for the variable rendering dropdown and switch it to draw. Now use the slider below to scrub between 0% and 100%. You'll see the symbol gradually drawing itself in. That's variableDraw. It's ideal for progress indicators. Think Pomodoro timers, file downloads, goal tracking, anything where you want to show a value increasing in a smooth, elegant way. It overlays the partially drawn path over a faint version of the full symbol, so it stays readable, even at 10%. Alright, I'm Daniel. This is Solo Swift Crafter. If this helped or sparked an idea, let me know in the comments or tag me at Solo Swift Crafter. I'll be back soon with another tutorial, probably with too much SwiftUI, a little AI magic, and maybe another animation obsession. Until then, keep crafting, stay curious. Peace.